life, thank you for joining me for another week on the plot. Spring is so nearly here, and in between the cold and rainy days we occasionally get a little bit of sunshine. Lots of people still haven't returned to their plot, which I think is absolute madness. For quite a lot of people it's now been 6 months since they packed up at the end of summer. I just don't understand why you would have an allotment. I mean, I know we all do it in different ways and everyone is entitled to do it in their own style. But I still think it's madness to just abandon your plot for 6 months. And surely you should be back now. This is prime time. You've got to prepare your allotment for spring. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own view. Let's go and get unlocked and see what we can do on the plot today. Spring is definitely springing. Look at this, we've got our first crocus. Oh, there's another one here. How exciting. This is the bulb lasagna. I still only see tulips and crocus though. I've been keeping these pots in the greenhouse because obviously when the sun does shine it gets so much warmer in here and they benefit from the heat. They may not have opened yet if they were outside. Temperatures. It's managed to get very hot and not too cold. That's an improvement. The first job I need to do today is to chit the potatoes, C-H-I-T. So let's go into the greenhouse and do that now. I do also want to show you this Coco Coir seed compost block, in case you're not sure whether to use it. It's 100% peat free and I do recommend it. Take it out of the sleeve, open the bag. That's what the block looks like inside, and depending on the size of the block it will tell you how much water to add. So this expands to 10 litres and I need to add 4 litres of water, so I'll do that now. Whoa, okay, that didn't go to plan. Not to worry, let's try again. That's better. I could really do with extra hands at this point. I've added my water and I'm now going to leave the bag to sit and soak for at least 10 minutes and then we'll come back to it. Whilst that's soaking, let's get on with the potatoes. I've got my egg boxes here, which people have been saving up for me. Here is everything I need. I've got my plant labels and a pen, the potatoes and the egg boxes. I'm simply going to place the potatoes in the egg boxes so that all of these little sprouts can get light and start sprouting even further. Oh look, a big bee has joined me. What's it looking for? There's not much in here. Head to the crocus. Wow, that's a big bee. Oh, it's off. Now I'll just do a label for these. Ta-da! And now repeat with all of the others. Our first earlies are rockets, and I'm going to be putting those in today in potato sacks in the greenhouse. Good luck, little potato. All of the first earlies are now in, and I'll be growing them in potato sacks like I do each year, and they can sit in the greenhouse and enjoy the heat. If at any point there is a risk of frost, I can put bubble wrap over the top of the sacks. But I'll keep an eye on the weather, and for now that's not a risk. These potatoes up here will remain here chitting, which means they're sitting here accessing light, encouraging the sprouts to grow further before you put them in the ground. Some people do this, some people don't. It's certainly not something you have to do, but as someone who's really keen to get going at the beginning of the season, it's a great thing to get started with, and there's no harm in doing it. I'm going to lay a thin layer of bubble wrap over the top of these so that they still have access to light. They're not getting too hot because there is airflow. However, if there's a frost, they are protected. I've also just found a bonus one. Now, I don't know what variety it is, so that will be a nice surprise. Now let's cover these up and leave them there. Let's return back to this seed compost now. It's had time to sit and soak up the water. So I'm going to break it up like so. This is what the compost looks like. It's really fine and crumbly and very light. There are no large pieces, and I'm going to use that now to sow some sweet peas. When you're sowing seeds, the seed needs to have contact with the compost. So what I like to do is get a tray the same size and push this down before sowing the seeds on top. That's the sweet peas in. They can also just hang out here in the greenhouse and enjoy the benefit of some extra heat. I'm pleased that I've got the potatoes chitting behind me. The first earlies in the sacks, and also some sweet peas sown. That's quite a good little day. It's also so nice to see things poking through. Let's go and have a look around outside and see what state the plot's in. I've got my one bed that I covered the other day that's heating up nicely. This one is yet to be hoed, and also this one over here, the green manure still seems to be growing very strongly, so I'm going to leave that one till last. I feel that the blueberry bush is just starting to wake up again for the new season. There are tiny little buds appearing. That's a good sign. Started work down here on replacing the boards up here and moving them down a layer. These are the asparagus that I recently hoed, and we're waiting for them to start sprouting. It's normally April they come through, but it wouldn't surprise me if they came early. We've got the strawberry experiment here. One row is heated and covered to start them earlier. And up here in our flower beds, you can see the daffs and the tulips are poking through. I am going to try and upload a few extra videos here and there, so if you haven't subscribed and you don't want to miss out, I would suggest you do that. I will stick to my weekly Friday vlogs, but in between may add the additional extra ones, so keep an eye out for those. Seedlings like rainwater and they prefer to have it not too cold. So I like to leave a watering can in the greenhouse so that it's a nice temperature when I come to water the seedlings. Very soon on the plot we will be spending a day cleaning the greenhouse and making these windows nice and clear for the season ahead. Not today though. I think I've got quite a lot done for today already. As usual, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy the wildlife camera footage that's coming up at the end. I've not seen Mabel out and about today, but she is okay because I see her on the wildlife camera. So she's still about, just not whilst I'm here at the moment. Anyway, have a great week and I will see you for next week's vlog on Friday. You know how recently I said that I'd dug up the last of the potatoes? Well, it turns out that I haven't. I've done that today, in fact. They're now in the bucket ready for washing, and this is today's chosen potato stirrer. Not bad when it comes to a stirrer. Don't know whether it's better than the fork or not. Anyway, we'll leave those to clean off and then I'll show you them. This is now 100% the last of the potatoes, but I think these are some of the biggest we've had. They're a fantastic size. I'm really pleased with those and I hope that we have just as much success again this year. Look who's just turned up. She must have heard me talking about her. Hi Mabel. Hello. I was just telling everyone that I'd not seen you here today. I'd only seen you on the wildlife camera. And then you turn up. Are you enjoying the sunshine, Mabel? She's eating the grass. Is that nice? So nice to see you. Good weather is nearly here, Mabel. We've nearly survived winter. She's going to go and play under the nets. Bye, Mabel. I'll leave you to it. Thanks for coming out to see everyone. And hopefully we'll get to see you a lot more now that the weather's improving.